Yo, what is going on, guys? It's the Fish 119 here, bringing you guys another World of Warships video. Just to let you guys know, I am making this video at midnight, so if I sound tired, it's probably why, because it's midnight. But I really wanted to make this video for you guys. It's of the Trento. It's not a ship review, but it's just some gameplay I thought you guys might like of me and the Trento. And I'll kind of discuss, like, what I like about this ship. I've only just recently started using it because they're also brand new. But I thought you guys might enjoy this gameplay, so let's talk about it. So as you guys already know, the Trento is one of our Italian ships. Early access for this campaign mission stuff, so yeah, I'm liking it so far. And this build that I have on the Trento currently, I do not have any upgrades on the ship except for like the propulsion systems and aiming systems mods, so keep that in mind. But I really like the Trento. I think it's pretty good at almost everything that it does. As you can tell, we have our spotter plane. We already sent that up to try to spot some aircraft. One of the things that you really need to do in the Trento, I think, is stay with the islands, use that as cover, because this ship really is not going to work well if it's focused fired upon, so yeah, be careful with that. Right there we saw that Pensacola. We didn't shoot at him because we were going to see if he was going to give us a broadside. We didn't want to shoot and reveal our location just yet. He never gave us the broadside, so we never shot at him. We're going to take the shot at Dallas, see what happens with it. And let's see the result. Citadel. Delicious citadels. But this ship, you don't want to be focus fired upon. That's why I said use your cover. But yeah, you need to use your cover all the time because this ship, you don't want to be focus fired upon it. I know I just said that, but that is a huge stressor on the ship. Do not get focus fired upon. And if you are, you need to have some teammates helping you. One of the other great things about this ship is that it does have that, has two smoke things. So if you get into a bad situation out in open water and they're trying to focus fire, use your smoke screen. Do not be afraid to do it. One thing this ship also has that's quite good is its torpedoes. Now you might be saying, why are its torpedoes so great? What makes it an effective strategy? Well, first of all, the torpedoes can go 10 kilometers. You heard me right, they go 10 kilometers, and an extra bonus is when you get the whole upgrade, you get 3 torpedoes on each side. And they reload in 40 seconds. So if you get yourself into a bad situation, you know, you're close quarters or you're trying to snipe someone with these torpedoes, that is an option. I think in this game you're going to see me use my torpedoes some, but I'm going to upload another video this week of me really utilizing my torpedoes. It was a really slow game in the beginning, that's why I'm not using that one for this. And that one's probably going to be a no commentary video, unlike this one. But I'll upload that later on for you guys because it was an interesting video, over 100k damage, and this one was 90k damage in the Trento. As you can see, we thought there was a destroyer in there, so I'm popping those torpedoes just to make sure. But just I was saying, they really don't under 40 seconds. It's a very good strategy using these things as much as possible. But the only downside of these torpedoes are that they are so incredibly slow. That is the only bad thing, that they are very slow, and you're more than likely always going to miss at long range, and sometimes at short range if they make any adjustment in speed, if they change direction at all, you're most likely going to miss. Not a fun thing, but it is an option. I'm not sure if I already talked about this part, but the armor piercing on this ship, even against like battleships, it's pretty good. Like in the other game that you're gonna see later on this week that I'm gonna upload, we did some significant. You can do some significant amounts of damage with this stuff. Like if you hit a salvo on a broadside battleship, you could possibly get a 10,000 damage hit point on that battleship. And it's pretty good against cruisers, but I've found it more effective against battleships. But we're gonna see. We're gonna try to fight this Eisenhower somewhat. see if we can do. We're going to utilize our torpedoes right here. Remember, we did miss these, but we're throwing them out there just to make him think about his strategy. Another thing that you guys need to know, you don't always have to hit those torpedoes. They are also there to make your enemy wonder what you are going to be doing. Because you have the ability to spam these things so much. You know, you can spam them every 40 seconds, so every 40 seconds you get new torpedoes, and you're going to make the enemy wonder, is he going to have more torpedoes coming at me? So that can also make them wonder, okay, should I not engage this person? Like, they have this smoke screen here, they're shooting me in the smoke screen. And they might not want to head towards you because you do have the ability to reload those torpedoes very quickly. And as you can see there, it almost hit him, but he just changed his speed and his direction slightly, and that caused us to miss. We probably should have aimed a little bit more inward to him, but we did not. But as you can see, this armor piercing, it's doing not that much damage to him. And as you can see, the New Mexico, it was either New Mexico and Eisenhower hits us for a pretty high damage salvo for him. We're down to 700 health. Not 700, 7,000. So we're in a pretty bad situation. We have our smoke screen. We're using our torpedoes still. We're going to keep firing on Eisenhower and the New Mexico, at least trying to do some damage. Because at this point I'm wondering to myself, am I going to survive much longer? I have 2 battleships enclosing on me. And my main goal now is to evacuate the situation. We need to engage, but also disengage this, because this is not a situation you want to put yourself into. Like I said, this ship is quite good. It's quite tanky. But you don't want to get yourself into a situation to where 2 battleships could possibly be shooting at you. You don't want that to happen. But this ship can handle it. Another great thing about this is that it has very good concealment, so if you need to disengage that target. I think like the spawning range is either 11 or 10 kilometers. So as long as you stop firing guns within that range, you're not going to be spotted. And that is excellent for a cruiser. I mean, that's excellent. So you can kind of like sneakily get around a corner or do something that you need to do, like in other cruisers you can't do that. So that is one of the advantages of this ship. I'm going to talk about torpedoes one more time. They're not the highest damage torpedoes in the game, but they will get the job done. But once you get that hull upgrade and you get the extra hit points, right now we have 29,000 hit points. I think it goes up to 34,000, so that's pretty good. And plus you get that 1 extra torpedo on each side, which is a plus. More upgrades this ship has. It has the gun upgrade to where it adds more damage to the HE and AP damage that you can have per salvo, which is quite nice. So if you hit a citadel or just hit a really good shot, it has extra capability of absolutely spanking your enemy, which is always what you want to have. So that's nice. Right here we're going to use our torpedoes again, see if we can get another good salvo on the Eisenhower. Let's see what happens. Hit him twice with our torpedoes. We're going to wait for him to come through, and we are going to finish him off with some armor piercing. And that was just enough to get us up to 70k damage now. So we're still kind of wondering what should we do. We only have 7,000 health. We're going to pop our plane again, try to see if we can spot any more ships. And right now, just trying to figure out what to do. What's our next game plan? Are we going to shoot the enemy? Or are we going to just sneak around and try to stay hidden for as long as possible and fire when necessary? Because our team is taking care of the other ships. They're doing a good number on them, but we also have to, pitch in and help our team. Fire right there. Main goal, I don't know what our goal was right there, just to try to get some armor piercing damage. Probably should have had high explosive loaded at that time to see if I could set a fire. Because of the angle he was at, we probably weren't going to get a good salvo from that. Gonna drink some water real quick because I'm a fish and need my water. But the main thing about this ship, it's a support ship. Like I said, do not be focus fired upon, and use everything to your ability. Use your teammates. Use the cover that you have. Use your torpedoes. and you will do well in this ship. It took me a while to understand how to play this, just like with the Russian destroyers. It took me a while, but it's very good once you figure out how to use it. Now right here, we're not going to fire on them because we do not want to get spotted. We only have that 7,000 health left, and we do not want to get ourselves into a bad situation. So we're going to keep watching what happens. We see that we have torpedoes from a friendly destroyer heading towards these two battleships. So we are not going to fire upon these ships because we do not want to reveal our location, and plus this destroyer might be able to take out one of these battleships. As you can see, they're heading for the New Mexico. Possibly some of them could hit the Koenig, but let's just see what the result is of this torpedo strike. As you can see, he is downed. We're going to pop our smoke because we do need to help fight this Koenig. We need to take him down if at all possible. Someone citadels him. Now we're going to see if we can set him on fire, or at least do some good damage with armor piercing after. So we're going to fire at him now. See if we can get anything done with him. There we go, send our Seva out. See if we can contribute to our team, and we finish him off. 8,000 damage done right there. And now we are up to 78,000 damage this game. Pretty good for a tier 5 cruiser. These aren't like the ships where you're going to get a ton of high damage games, but they are quite good. They will reward you if you know how to play with them. They really will. Now here we only have 3 ships left. We have a destroyer, we have 2 battleships. Now this part was the crucial part of the game to where we could have won the game. But to my poor decision making that I made, I messed it up. Up until this point, we had made all the perfect decisions. We had done everything that we needed to do. We had executed everything very well. But as you can see, there are 2 battleships left, and we are trying to head toward this island. We have the score advantage currently, but we are still losing points. So we're going to fire some HE at this Fuso, see if we can possibly set him on fire. And we're just going to keep heading for this island. Hopefully no one shoots at us. And then we realized there's also a California out here. Now the part that I was thinking about but also kind of wasn't thinking about was the destroyer. As you can see, we get hit there. Takes a couple thousand damage off of us, and we're going to start hugging this island. But the part that I got really freaked out about, and the part that I made a huge decision about, was I was here, and in that moment my mindset was I had to take one of these ships out. I didn't think about the possibility of that destroyer being right with these battleships. I thought he was going to be further away, but that was very unlikely, and so I rush out, trying to take down a Fuso, because he has low health. I'm assuming that I can with my armor piercing. So I send a Seva out for him. Let's see if it does anything to him. Does some good damage. And this is the part where I had messed up. The destroyer was right there. He torps us. And we're going to have a fire burning on Fuso. We're going to watch and see what our Warspite can do. But I'm going to tell you right now, the Warspite did not know what he was doing. He was firing HE, so he was a lost cause at this point. Now, we could possibly have won this game. But because I was having that mindset of, I need to take this last ship out to add another kill to the scorecard. Or just take it out because I thought we would possibly win, and thinking our teammates would be able to do something with a good play. Well, it didn't happen. So, we cost us that game. But as you can see, this ship is quite good in the right hands. But you'll have to make almost every decision very well. You have to execute it very well. And if you have friends or teammates, as I was just saying, I cut myself off. I accidentally cut myself off with the X button. But as I said, you have to have good communication with this ship most of the time. You need a friend or teammate that can help you. But as you can see, it's quite a good ship. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you guys later. I'm going to have a lot of videos coming out this week, so make sure to be around for that, and peace.